It was mainly R&B and jazz, and since I met Mr. Diaz when I was like around 5 or 6 years old, I was really influenced with this kind of music. Originally, I wanted to play percussion because my dad played percussion, and me and my dad and Mr. Diaz knew each other for about maybe a good 20 years, So I thought I was gonna be able to play percussion, and my dad was like, "Nah, he was like, stick to something that you can do theory in, because like in all these school districts, you really don't get the full value of percussion, and you don't experience the full value of music as if you was a horn player." So he told me to play saxophone, and I originally started on alto saxophone, and then as Mr. Diaz heard me, he asked me to if I would like to play tenor saxophone. I was like, okay, I see what I can do there. And from there, he just stuck me with the tenor saxophone. I love Joshua Redman, and I listen to John Coltrane, and he's good. But mainly Joshua Redman because the certain tunes and the certain solos that he plays, it really involves me. I get a lot of things. Mainly how to become a better musician because I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't zoned here. So when my dad was like, "Hey, we should go to MacArthur and transfer to MacArthur," I was like, "Yeah, I think so. Yeah." So as we got into the music program, this is a very strong music program. So what I get here, I wouldn't be able to get if I was to go to another school. So my scholarship opportunities are better here than to go somewhere else. And I think, he teaches us to be great musicians and our etiquette and just to be a better person overall. As I grow as a person, I think I've matured more as I've been here than if I would have gone to another school. I really believe that Mr. Diaz, he gives you that extra push that other band directors, they just don't have. And Mr. Diaz does have it because he's experienced with all that stuff. Me personally, I think the hardest thing about playing the tenor saxophone is basically when you're going for different solos, maybe. When it's time for a solo, there's different outcomes to it, when you go up there. Like, you don't know exactly when he's gonna call you or pick you for your solo. Sometimes, in other schools or if you're in another gig or situation, they already tell you, you gonna play on this solo right here. As we're jamming to the different songs, you never know who you're gonna pick. He might pick you. So when you get called out like that, it's right on the spot. So you have to learn how to, respond.
Improvising. When you play a solo, how do you is that something you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I really enjoy improvising. Like when I was in my younger grades, I was like a little scared and timid, when he would pick me and I'll play soft. But as I've grown and matured, and I got the basics down, I've enjoyed soloing because once you're good at soloing, then you can never stop, So, yeah.
Have you ever seen Josh Redman live?
No, I have not seen Joshua Redman live. I've never seen him live.
Hope you get a chance to.
I wish I could.
Well, you will.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself doing in the future?
Me in the future, I plan on going into a music-based college. I really think that, maybe somewhere like University of Miami, maybe Berkeley, somewhere UNT maybe. I've seen like their 1 o'clock jazz band. I like that, So I see myself going there maybe, once I put more work in with Mr. Diaz and throughout my high school career.
See a career in music for yourself?
Yeah, I believe, I see more of a teaching aspect of band directing and music arranging as I get older, and when I first get out, start playing. But then as I get maybe like 40, maybe 50, settle down and do music, arranging music and setting up music directing stuff.
You have friends who are not musicians, right?
Yes.
And and I listen to Joshua Redman, and they say, "What is that?" What do you tell them?
Well, I tell them, well, it was like, it's good to listen to different kinds of music, you know. Just don't stay in one genre, you know, go to different genres. And that's what I had to learn when I was little, you know, because, you know, when you're raised, you know, you're listening to one genre and you like it, you know. When you listen to another one, you don't get the same thing, you know. So you have to learn how to, you know, I tell my friends, you know, it's not that bad. It's once you listen to it, you know, like classical music. If you told me that like when I was 8 years old, I probably wouldn't, you know, bother with it. But as I listen to it now, you know, there's some things that you can take from that and put into your situation, and that's what I think. That's what I personally believe.
Do you think that music education in schools has value for people who aren't going to be professional musicians? What do you think they can get from music that might carry over into their regular lives?
I honestly believe that, you know, it can help you in all situations, you know, even if you're in the workforce and the business. I think that, you know, it sets you up for time management and you know, keep you organized, you know, because a lot of people in this day and generation, you know, they have, you know, difficulty with that specific area. And I think band helps you, you know, helps you keep your time management right and keeps you responsible and all the other good stuff that comes with it, you know.
How do you listen to music at home? Do you have a iPod or in other words, how do you do the music thing?
When I listen to my music, normally I had this new Kindle Fire when I got for my birthday. I've been really like listening to that and uploading videos to it and, you know, listening to that. But before that, I was really on the laptop, you know, and listening on YouTube, you know. So like UNT, and the 1 O'Clock Jazz Band, and other different stuff, you know. Check out like some of the local stuff that's in Houston, you know, all the local stuff in Houston. And that's how I've been listening to.
Great. Okay. That's it.